So today I just turned a new age and I'll be sharing with you some life lessons I learned in my early 20s. Also, I'm going to add a story of a major heartbreak I had in my early 20s because I know you are a gist lover. But I'm not going to tell that story right away. I'm going to hide it somewhere in the video. So ensure you watch the entire video in order not to miss out. If you are new here, my name is Jude. I'm a final year medical student. I make videos on medicine, lifestyle, and productivity. There are so many struggles and hurdles that come with being a young man, especially in your early 20s, living in a developing country like Nigeria. The fact that you are trying to gain stability, you are trying to carve out a niche for yourself, you are starting out your career, or you are rounding up school. There are a lot of hurdles that comes with being in your early 20s. I'll be sharing some of those things I wish I knew or someone had told me in my early 20s that would have helped me to achieve more and also would have made the journey much more easier. Number one of those lessons I wish someone had told me in my early 20s is that balance is everything. When you talk of work, relationship, and even having fun, because I see most people just saying in your early 20s, be carefree, have a lot of fun. Why I'm not against fun, but I am for balance, like 100% balance. Like, in as much as you're having fun, don't forget about the work you need to put in, and also don't forget about relationships you need to build and sustain. What you did during your teens age is actually what determines the kind of life you lived in your 20s, in your early 20s. And also, the way you spend your early 20s will determine the kind of life you are going to live in your late 20s. The best time to find harmony and balance in your life is in your early 20s. And it is best not to neglect any aspect of your life, because it's at this stage of our lives that major life decisions are going to be made. Decisions such as career paths, who to marry, where to live, kind of lifestyle to cultivate, and also lifelong habits are being formed at this stage of our lives. Why it is good to have fun, why it is also good to put in the work, and why it is good to network and build relationships. True happiness and fulfillment only come from a balanced life. Try and balance everything and make sure you are not neglecting any aspect. Number two is have a learner's attitude. Be ready to always learn because you don't know it all. Submit to mentorship. Try and fly on the wings of those that have gone ahead of you. Learn from their mistakes and also from their examples. Ensure you seek godly counsel and try not to make major decisions on impulse. And always take time to think every major decision through, and if possible, try and consult people that you trust or that you trust their judgment in order not to make avoidable mistakes. And also ask a lot of questions from people that have gone ahead of you, and also read relevant books on topics that you are concerned about. Number three is try and avoid mistakes, but don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back from living. And even if you make mistakes, make sure to learn from those mistakes. Most times, how you handle mistakes might even have a greater impact than the mistake itself. If you need to restitute, do it. If you need to apologize, do it. But don't allow your mistake to define the rest of your life. You shouldn't stop living because you made a mistake. Instead of allowing your mistake to define you, I will advise you turn it into a learning venture and learn from it. And also be grateful for a second chance to do things differently, and make sure that you actually do things differently. Because the first time it is a mistake, but the second time is actually foolishness. So try not to even repeat those mistakes. Number four, people might put you down or even talk you down. Try not to take it personal, because most times it is not as if they are against you, it's just that they don't believe you. Most of them too don't even believe themselves. So why should they believe you? My only advice is that you shouldn't join them in that disbelief. You should be the number one cheerleader of yourself. Believe in yourself and always be ready to put in the required work and see yourself excel. Even when you don't succeed at a particular venture, always be ready to try again, and always make sure you talk positively to yourself. And even if you think you are not good enough, see the good side of yourself. And if you need to put in some work in order to evolve and become a better version of you, you are worth it. Number five is be kind and considerate, but don't try to be in everybody's good book. I mean, don't try to be a man pleaser. You can't please everybody. No matter what you do, some people are still going to find you offensive. You can't be in everybody's good book, but make sure you are kind and also that you are considerate. Number 6 is live in the moment and enjoy the process. Don't postpone your happiness. Think long term, but be present in the moment. Don't wait till you achieve certain milestones before you start living a joyful life. There's nothing you are going to achieve that will automatically make you metamorphose into a happy or joyous person if you have not cultivated that culture. So try and be a happy person, like be happy in the moment. Learn to be joyful in the little things of life. Don't postpone your happiness till the big event in your life happens. Try and find joy in every day and in everything you do. Number 7 is try and start the habit of journaling. That's being intentional about writing down things that happen in your life, like just thinking on paper. It helps with organizing your thoughts. It also helps with gratefulness, and it also helps you in tracking your progress. Number 8 is that you are here to make a contribution and you are valid. Don't wait for the day that you'll be perfect to start when God put a dream in your heart. Rather, start from where you are, because if you should wait till you attain perfection, that day is not going to come. The best way to start is to start from where you are with what you have. Living a purposeful life means making your own contribution, your own unique contribution to the universe, to the environment and society you find yourself. And purpose is not static, it is actually dynamic. Try and always give your best anywhere you find yourself, and always look for a way to add value to wherever you are. Always look for ways that you can make where you are better, and also you can make the people around you better. Always seek for opportunities to serve and to give of yourself. Number 9 is take personal development very, very seriously at this stage of your life, because this is the last stage of your life for preparation. The early 20s, that's the last stage of your life for preparation. Once you get into your mid 20s or late 20s, you're already faced with a lot of responsibility. You might not even have time to start developing those gifts you neglected. And also, while you choose to develop yourself, also make sure you prioritize. While growing up, I had a lot of giftings, I had a lot of talent. In a way, because of that, I actually was not focused. I was multitasking, giving myself to different endeavors. While that is fine to develop all your talent, but note that you cannot be everywhere and you cannot do everything. The idea is to major on major and not major on minor. So even as you try to develop yourself, also learn to prioritize the important things above the non-important things. And number 10 is get to know people for who they are. Everybody is going through one thing or the other, so try and make life easy for them in any way you can. And people may have needs that you can actually solve, but because of fear of being vulnerable, they may not want to open up. So when you extend a hand of friendship, they might actually open up and you'll be able to solve their problems and make life much more easier for them. And there are no permanent enemies or friends. People do change, and that's actually okay. Like I promised, I'm going to tell you the story of a major heartbreak I had in my early 20s. Okay, I think I was just 20 then. I was just about 20, and okay, it's actually a very funny story. Where do I start from? Okay, there was this lady. We were friends. We were very good friends. You don't know her. Even if you think you know her, you don't know her. Okay, and I've not told this story to a lot of people, so not many people know except myself and the person in question. So what actually happened is that we're very close friends, and at some point she came to me and she asked me, she actually wanted us to define the relationship because obviously we're just friends. So she asked me, hey Jude, are we just friends? I actually like her courage, I like her intelligence. It's actually also a sign of the fact that she is considerate. So shout out to you if you're watching this video, you know yourself. So she asked me, hi Jude, are we just friends? Or well, I instantly gave her the answer, of course we are just friends and nothing more. And obviously, actually I knew that some chemistry was starting to develop between us because we were close friends, but nothing more than that. We're just close friends and all. So obviously somebody has been on her case and she was almost at the verge of giving in to the person. So just wanted to be sure I wasn't feeling for her before she would give the person a final answer. That was why she asked me, and I told her we are just friends, and I was not lying, because actually, even though at that point some chemistry was starting to develop, come on, I was not ready for a relationship then, and I'm grateful that I did not do otherwise, because if I had gone into a relationship then it would have still ended up and probably have damaged our relationship. So besides, today the lady is happily married, but that's not how the story ends. After I told her we are just friends, of course we are just friends, I think she went back and gave the person a yes, and they started dating. When I found out, I was heartbroken. I was feeling bad. My chest was paining me. I was saying, what kind of life is this? Well, but looking back at the whole event today, I'm grateful that I was able to define my priority, because somehow I knew that I was not ready for a relationship then. So what advice can you get from this story? You shouldn't just go into dating with the mindset of experimenting. You want to experiment with somebody's daughter. The lesson from this story is that you should define every relationship you get into, especially with the opposite sex, one. And also, you shouldn't date for fun. You should date with an end goal, especially if you're a Christian. I'm talking from a Christian perspective. You are not just We don't just date experimentally, we date with the intention of getting married. So if you are not having intention of getting married in the next 3 to 4 years, why even like initiate the process in the first place? You are only setting up yourself for a breakup, or for a heartbreak rather. So define every relationship and don't date for fun in your early 20s, except you want to get married on time and you're already thinking towards that and you are already putting things in place. But if you don't have that as a priority, I don't think dating should actually be a top priority in your early 20s. This is my opinion, and also speaking from a Christian perspective. You are entitled to your opinion actually. In conclusion, things are not just going to happen to you. Things are not just going to come to you because you desire or want them. You've got to go out and chase your dream. You've got to go out and look for opportunities, because opportunities will not come to you. You have to go out and look for them. And who you become in the nearest future is determined by the choices you are making today and by the kind of things you choose to do on a daily basis. So ensure you make the right choices, ensure you make informed choices, and ensure you are intentional in living out your early 20s. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you learned something. Please like this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you'll be the first to know each time I post a content. And also share this video with your friends and drop a comment. Thanks and have a lovely day.